I listened to an interview where you said there was a time where you weren't even directing anymore, and you have come from that to making this film that took you way out of. There's no such thing as comfort zone with the artefact. So I want you to tell me about that journey and the mindset that you were in that pushed you to make this film.
First of all, that's the best question I've heard on the green carpet.
Wow,
best
thank
question.
you.
Because it takes me to a place where I think every director must go, right? Every director must go to that place where you question yourself. Are you made for the arts? And I think that if you come back from that, then maybe you're supposed to be a director. That journey started with me making my first film, and it was such a hit. So I thought, I must be a genius. And then I went and made this next film called Ajuwaya. I took Ajuwaya to cinemas in 2017, and it was a major flop. And of course, that's where all of my, issues then started. I started to struggle with, am I supposed to be a director? Do I know what I'm doing? I was actually never trained, so maybe you don't even know what you're doing. This took me into some kind of directing slump, where I would get directing opportunities and I'll say no, and this happened between 2017 and 2021. So that's about 4 years, yes. I didn't touch a directing gig. Now, how did I get out of my slump? You guys did it. You young guys did it. Because guess what? Ajuwaya came online and it became a sensational hit. This film goes on and has 1 million views on YouTube years after. Now, I realized that, and I learned something very important there. You must understand your audience. You must know where your audience is at, and you must target that audience specifically. So making a film is not enough, and that's what I learned. When I came out of that doldrums, that the problem wasn't with me; it was with me understanding where my audience was. And so I wanted to come back on Ajuwaya. I wanted to do something for young people. I'm really a young person at heart. So someone asked me, where did the story come from? I read a lot of Enid Blyton's growing up. I read Famous Five, I read Secret Sevens, from 1 to 21. So I'm living an adventure in my head, right? I grew up in Elisha. Not in Elisha, I grew up in Lagos, but I always spent Christmas in Elisha. I schooled in Enugu, and I served in Jos. And those three places are the key locations in the artefact. And one of the things I, struggle with in Nollywood is, we're moving from one room to the other, and then we're trying to, make films in that space. And I said, I need something that moves. I need something that travels. I need something that, helps us see Nigeria. I actually have a documentary called See Nigeria on the side. I love what we have in Nigeria. I tell people, get out of Lagos, right? And I wanted this film to represent that. I wanted young people to see the value in their country. When you talk to most young people, they tell you that this is a crap country, The country is beautiful. And we tried to depict this in the film, even though we didn't spend too much time, doing documentary. We needed to tell a good story. And a lot of what we did was to get young people, to feel excitement. And I'm excited, I'm pumped. I can't wait to hear what they say to me when they're done with the film. But I think most importantly, I want young people to go out and watch this film, because I made this film for them. And my ability to make the next one, because I have a plan to make a next one and the next one and the next one. For the artefact, it's supposed to be a series. That's why I'm dressed like this. They say it's a Indiana Jones. So we want to try and do like an Indiana Jones type series where young people are traveling across Africa looking for artifacts.
In fact, I'm ready. We're ready.
We're ready.
We're all ready.
Let's go.
Oh yes, thank you so much. I'm glad that you came out of that slump, because now we have the artefact.
Yes. Of course, I did a bunch of small stuff
things
in between.
after that.
Yes, I think I did a young time ago, hide and seek, and love in a showroom before I then did the artefact. So I think from 2021, I kind of started to come back out of my shell and say, you can do this. Of course, I had my days on set. Tolu, are you sure you really can do this? But then I think I do it for the love of the story. I do it for the excitement we can create, the joy. One of my mottos is to enter joy in life. I want people to enter joy in life. And it's part of what I said when we were to do this. It's not just another premiere. I wanted it to be an experience. Let's go from a museum to a poolside, waterfall. Let's give them an after party that they never forget. Let's talk to the brands. Guys, can we create something that's not been done before? And I thank Fidelity, I thank Right Foods, I thank Oriki, I thank 440. People who just, believed in the dream and joined, went with us on the journey.
Thank you to all the partners, and thank you, sir, and to the crew and the cast.
Yes.
Thank you so much for talking.
I must say that. I had 80 people go on an adventure with me.
80.
In December, in 11 vehicles, traveling across Nigeria. The worst possible time you can travel, right? Guess what? There was this location we were at in Jos, and I think it was 3 days later, about a week later, 150 people were killed in that same local government.
Wow.
We went on some real adventure making this film. You should watch the behind the scenes.
Where are we going?
Many places.
I mean,
I know where he the first one.
Where, bro?
The same Miss International renowned art thief.
So how exactly did you lose such a man?
That's why they call me the fucking Mist.
I hope you can still see them clearly.
Nobody moves